Hello and welcome everybody. I'm Aaron Milligan
And I'm Bridget Sweeney.
and we are having a sticker review today for Life is Strange. The 5 episodic game by Don't Nod Entertainment has just wrapped up, so we figured instead of one story chapter, I guess, reviews, we're going to do a general wrap up and see, what we thought about the game.
Our impressions, if you will.
I will. Bridget,
Yes.
what did you think?
Well, I loved it.
Yeah?
I mean, it's one of the things where, I've never really played an episodic game before. I usually like to slam out a game within about a week. So having to wait was really hard, but I think it definitely hyped it up a lot more for me, and they didn't disappoint.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
It was in writing up stuff, I realized out of all the episodic games that have been, like The Walking Dead or the Telltale stuff, like the only one I ever finished was Walking Dead seasons 1 and 2. And those were both great.
Yeah.
But the rest of them just sort of fell by the wayside because you're like, I played the first episode of Wolf Among Us and you think, I'm not going to keep going.
You've got to keep
That's
up
too
with
far.
when they're coming out and remember the story and...
Yeah. If you're not committed, then it's way too much work.
Yeah, kind of like that.
But this one, I think, held it really well. I was always really anticipating what happened. If only because every episode end was just like, oh,
Cliffhanger.
God damn it. Fuck, shit.
Why are you doing this to me? Don't nod. You hurt me inside. Okay, so, I don't know about you, but when I was going along in the story, because I played everything as it came out, there was no way to sort of know what the right decision was. You couldn't, look at a guide. So I tried to sort of have my Max make decisions that I would make.
Yeah, exactly.
I think that they're nice I think I'm a nice person, and I think my Max ended up being very nice.
I think so too. That was my
Yeah.
mission statement going in. Like, Max is the hero of life. She makes the moral right decision. She protects people. Doesn't matter who they are or how much they try to hurt her. She always does the right thing. And sort of panned out, sort of didn't.
Yeah.
But was that your Max? Who was your Max?
My Max was essentially me. If I could do something that I knew that I would do, that's what I would do. Yeah, it was like trying to explain it. If something came up where I was just like, this is displeasing to me.
Yeah, it wasn't a matter of like gaming the system, what will get you better stuff later.
Yeah.
It was what would Max do.
Yeah, so say, for some reason we all inadvertently pissed off Brooke. Was it Brooke? The one with the drone who had a big crush on Warren?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and, at first I was just like, wait a minute, what? You're pissed off at me? Like, how did this happen?
That's not my fault.
Yeah, it's not my
I'm trying
fault.
to be a friend.
And so, yeah, from then on, I just didn't make any effort with her because I was like, you know what? If you're going to be a jerk to me, I don't even care what advantages I get from dealing with you. You're a horrible person.
Yeah, exactly. Luckily, she had like no impact on the story at all. We also should say this is a full spoiler review,
Yes.
so we're going to say everything beginning to end.
Spoilers.
So if you haven't played it, pause for like 15 hours and then
It's going
play
to take
it.
a long time.
Yeah.
Oh.
So that leads in the other half of our heart of the piece.
Yes.
Miss Chloe.
I love Chloe.
You really like
I'd
Chloe?
sacrifice 1,000 towns for Chloe. I don't care.
Yeah.
Like, I can't explain it because, when she first came in and, with the Hellas and,
Hella bro.
generally being kind of a dick. Like, you're like, all right, yeah, you've got a stepdad. Yeah, that sucks. Teenage angst, all that stuff.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah, and, I'm not really into tattoos. But, yeah, I don't know. I dig her directionless fury.
Yeah, I can see you found yourself reflected a lot in that.
Yeah.
Just general anger at the world.
So much anger. Oh, she matches me, in spite of her terrible language sometimes.
All right, that's interesting. I always felt like Max was a lot more me, especially because you got afforded her inner dialogue. And, like, all the times where she would, like, make a stupid joke in her head and just go, stupid, Max, stupid.
Yeah, but you think that Chloe doesn't do that? I think she would.
I'm sure she does. We just don't see it.
Yeah, everybody's insecure.
She puts up a much harsher front and hits back.
Yeah.
Whereas Max could do that, but for us, I think she didn't.
Yeah, but by the end of it, she grown a lot stronger. And I think that if it came to, you know, oh, I need to hit back at somebody, I can now, instead of just trying to be super duper nice all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess that gave her more of a character arc. This is very much Max's story, even though it was all about Chloe. It was Max and Chloe from the direction of Max, so it seemed like Chloe didn't quite grow as much. The writing improved, which is such a benefit of episodic games. Like, everyone after the first episode was like, these kids sound fucking stupid. And then Don't Nod assumedly heard that and like, okay, let's scale back on the Hella.
Yeah.
And it was a lot better from that point
I was
onwards.
very glad that they scaled back on the Hellas. That was one point that I was like, okay, I may be quite far removed from being a teenager, but I still don't think that teenagers talk like that these days.
I don't know either, but I hope not.
Yeah. But then real life teenagers just fill me with rage.
It made it very clear that Chloe was a product of her circumstances as well. I'm going to skip a couple of points here.
Okay.
We've got a secret stash of notes here. Episode 3, was it? At the end of episode 3, where you get to jump back within
Into
a
the
photo
photo.
for the first time. Max has time travel powers, we should say. Initially, it's just that she can rewind time like 10, 15 seconds and like take the information and stuff she knows and use that to make things better. But then she freezes time at one point. That never really comes up again. But then she has the ability to take a photo that she was in or present nearby with and jump back to that point in time and use that to influence the past to change the future.
Yeah.
And at one point, like, such a big thing of Chloe's history and why she is the way she is her dad died at a very young age and she adored him.
Yeah.
So at one point you get to jump back and change that.
Yeah, to the
So,
day
like-
where he died.
And then she's fucking paralyzed.
Yeah. Poor Chloe. She just can't win.
Yep.
Yeah.
In the world
It's-
where she has her dad, she is paralyzed from the neck down.
Yeah, and there was nothing that Max could have done to change that. Like, I saw a lot of people online discussing, you know, oh, well, why didn't she just say to Chloe, don't ever get a car, you know, you're going to crash it.
Yeah, that's not the point. It's the butterfly effect. You do not have control over these things.
Yeah, and like when Max goes back in time, she's pretty much restricted to that area that she was in. Like, she can't leave the house because she was never there. So she can't tell Chloe, oh yeah, don't get a car or any of that kind of stuff. And then by the time she gets back, she has no idea what's changed.
Yeah.
Can you imagine that? Like,
Yeah.
you've basically, it's kind of like traveling forward in time, you know, to a point where you have no idea. You could have friends or even family that you've never met.
Yeah, it was kind of understated, but when you jump back to the alternate future where Chloe is paralyzed, like, Max is like the queen bee of the school, Victoria's her best friend instead of
Yeah.
the jerk, all that sort of thing, because, like, it all rolls on from that one decision.
And I think that that's one of the most interesting time situations that I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Like, proving.
You don't get to control time.
Yeah. I gotta wonder how that went though, like how Max became the queen bee.
I don't know. I honestly can't tell. Like, did you
Yeah.
go through her text messages and everything then?
I did, and everyone was like super duper nice to her generally. Like,
Yeah, and,
she
like-
was basically the Rachel Amber of that particular timeline.
Essentially.
Yeah.
Max also keeps a diary, mostly like plot, all written like from her standpoint. I don't know when she gets the time to write all this shit.
No.
But you can also scroll through the text on her phone and everything. And looking at those, like, she was very nice to Alyssa in the original timeline.
Yeah.
The large girl is always getting hit in the head with things.
Yeah.
And in that one, she's just a dick to her because she's the popular girl.
Yeah.
And, like, you have no control over that because Max kept going after Max jumped away.
Yeah, and it sort of cements the idea that Max later comes up with, that she doesn't really, like, she isn't nice to people because she is a nice person. She's nice because she wants to be popular.
Yeah.
And she's scared that that's who she is. And, you know, it's proving that, hey, maybe in an alternate timeline, that's how it would be. But I don't think that's how she is in real life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's such a nuanced character. Like, I really didn't expect this. The last game Don't Know made was Remember Me, which seemed like...
I hated that.
Yeah, it was pretty unremarkable. Sorry, guys. I only watched videos of it and I was already like, this looks like it feels boring. And this just blew it out of the park. Which leads to another one. The end. The very, very end is that the tornado Max had a vision of at the very beginning
Yeah.
finally hits Arcadia Bay. And you're up at the lighthouse with Chloe, and you basically have to realize that the butterfly effect is what is happening. If you kill Chloe as she was supposed to die on day 1 of the week,
Nothing will have ever happened.
nothing will have ever happened. You can jump back, like, and the town will be saved. Or do you sacrifice the town for this person you care about so deeply?
Yeah.
And fuck that town. It's dead.
It's terrible. It's a terrible town filled with terrible people.
You sacrificed Acadia Bay as well?
Of course I did.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty much like it came up and I was like, how? No, this isn't a choice.
Yeah, I think that's really speaks well to like how it rolled on from the beginning. Like you don't have to like sit there and go fuck like in The Walking Dead where it was steal the shit from the car.
Oh, that got me.
That took like 20 minutes. This one, all the decisions I'd made up to that point is like, no, I know what my Max would do. I know what I would do.
Yeah.
This isn't even a question.
Yeah.
Chloe.
Yeah.
Chloe saved.
Yeah. I mean, the closest I got to Warren was a hug, and that was because
Yeah,
I
I
was
gave
like,
him a hug at the
I don't
end.
want to be that cold, but I don't want to do anything with you, man.
Yeah, like I'm probably gonna die. I could use the hug.
Yeah.
But that leads into it. Are you satisfied with the ending?
I am. I do wish sometimes that the ending for saving Chloe was longer.
Yeah.
Because I went and looked back at the ending where you sacrifice her, which made me cry a lot.
Oh.
The other one didn't really make me cry so much as just being like, yeah, this is the right thing to do. But yeah, the one where she died, it was like, I think someone measured it and it was nearly 9 minutes long or something like that.
That's interesting.
Whereas the one where you save Chloe is only about 3 minutes.
I guess that doesn't matter. Presumably, like, everyone in Arcadia Bay is dead.
Well, that's the thing. Are they dead? The two whales diner looked to be intact, mostly. So there's no guarantee that Joyce and everyone died.
Yeah.
And there are deer wandering around. They would be outside during the storm. So clearly there was somewhere that you could be where you didn't die.
I guess narratively it didn't really matter. Like, you are picking Chloe over the town, therefore what happens to the town does not matter. Whereas if you pick the town over Chloe, then you want to see what happens to everyone.
Yeah.
Is Joyce alive? Is Warren alive? All that
Yeah.
sort of thing.
And that was a horribly depressing ending because then you get to see Chloe's funeral.
Oh no, I'm glad I didn't look at it now.
And it just basically like, you know how it had, there were sections in the game where once you changed fate, all these Polaroids would show up and burn out and then turn into something else. So basically it told the story of, well, instead of Chloe living and you having all this fun with her, trying to solve Rachel, like the disappearance of Rachel Amber, it's just, oh, she's dead. You still managed to catch the bad guy, Jefferson. And then, now what? Now she's dead. No one knows that you went through that with her.
Yeah.
You're standing at her funeral. As far as anyone could tell, you hadn't seen her in like 5 years.
Yeah, you hung out for a couple of days and then that was it.
Yeah.
Oh no, rather you didn't.
No, you didn't even hang out with her. Like, surely someone's going to question that. Yeah. But anyway, for me, it wasn't a choice. It was just, I'm gonna save Chloe.
And since you said his name there, that was my next question. Did you expect Jefferson at all? I did not.
I didn't like Jefferson.
No?
No.
Yeah.
I don't like, hipster art douches.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I know it's terrible. No, it's more that he's he's too old to be that way. Like, he's like the cool teacher, the kind of teacher where you're just like, okay, man, I think we get it. You're
cool. You know about the Daguerrean process.
Yes. That's the only thing I remember from class.
Yeah, because it happened like 7 times.
Oh, it happened so many times. But yeah, Jefferson, he'd always struck me as kind of an annoying dude. So say when it came down to, who are you going to blame for Kate nearly trying to kill herself?
Yeah.
And you can blame Jefferson, David, or Nathan. And I was like, well, I want to keep an eye on David and probably on Nathan too, because he's got a gun and is highly unstable.
Yeah.
And Jefferson honestly just pisses me off, and I think he's going to be okay if I blame him. That didn't stop me from, when he appeared.
So who did you pick then? Nathan?
I picked Jefferson.
You picked Jefferson?
Yeah, I was just like, fuck you, man.
That's interesting. I looked at the stats as well, and it was like 78% Nathan, 10% David, and then like 5% Jefferson. So
Yeah.
it seemed like nobody saw it coming in the moment.
He pretty much just gets suspended from teaching
Yeah.
after that. And I sort of thought about that decision later where I was just like, oh, I kind of feel bad. Like, he didn't technically do anything wrong. But he always just gave me the heebie-jeebies.
Yeah. Did that reflect later on? Because at the very start of the 5th episode, at the end of the 4th episode, Jefferson comes up and jabs you in the neck with a needle, and you wake up tied to a chair in the 5th episode, in the dark room, his underground lair where Jefferson's been killing all these girls. How did that reflect that? Because you ratted him out earlier.
It didn't really.
It didn't?
No, because I mean, he'd been at the End of the World dance to announce the winner of the Everyday Heroes contest. So it wasn't like he couldn't be on school campus. It's just that, you know, while they were investigating it, they didn't want him to be teaching. And he didn't seem that bothered. He was, you know, still way too interested in Max's innocence.
Ooh.
I know, isn't that lovely?
That was real creepy.
That was
I appreciated how fucked up and creepy that was, but that was real creepy.
It was so weird.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so uncomfortable watching something like that.
And it kept going.
Oh, I kept going. He actually started monologuing at one point.
Yeah.
Which got a bit weird.
I'll get you next time, Maxie. And you're a little lesbian too.
But went for those meddling kids.
Literally, yeah.
Yeah, they were all meddling kids.
One of our colleagues, Connor, was telling me that he got Jefferson right away just because of Scooby-Doo rules. Who was the least likely to be the culprit? It's that guy.
Oh, yeah.
First shown, least likely, it's that guy.
I had a feeling that it was going to be some sort of twist, but I think that I thought it was going to be some sort of twist with the Prescotts knowing about the storm. And so they were maybe trying to find, like, the magical girl, which technically Max is the magical girl because she's got time travel powers.
Yeah.
And maybe they're trying to prevent the storm because they know it's going to happen. I don't know how, but obviously that's not how it went down.
Yeah. I couldn't tell where it was going, which I think really speaks well of the story. So let's get down to brass tacks, the actual characters, the stuff everyone talks about, the choices and the characters. What was your deal with Victoria?
I hated her, obviously.
Yeah.
She reminded me of every mean girl in school who ever made fun of me. You know, she's got the perfect hair, the perfect clothes. She's got a little clique of girls with her. I never did anything outright mean to her, though. You know, say when you knock the paint down on her because you have to get her out of the way. I don't see why Max couldn't just climb over her when she was sitting on the stairs.
I'm sure there's a
preventing her
side door, Max.
Yeah. Like, this can't be the only entrance or exit. What if there's a fire? Anyway, like, after that, you know, I didn't post the selfie. You know, well, it's not even a selfie. Why did I say selfie? It's because they keep saying selfie.
They keep saying selfie.
I didn't post the photo in the end, you know, when it came down to, we need to warn Victoria that there's a folder with her name on it in the dark room. She's probably next. Yeah, she believed me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That, I think, might have doomed her. Because for me, like, this is the only time I really gamed the system. I was like, Victoria's being a huge dick to me. I'm going to be as nice as possible to her because obviously this will pay off in the end. And I think because she believed me later, when she's tied up in the dark room at the end as well, she says, like, because you warned me to stay away from Nathan, I went to Mr. Jefferson for help. So it might have been our fault that she's dead.
I know. When she said that, I was like,
and I think she's still dead in the end.
No, I don't think she is.
I can't quite tell. I didn't get the
because you muddle up the
right.
timelines a lot. But I don't think she ended up in the dark room. I think Nathan did end up dying.
Yeah, I think it's Nathan dies, and then Victoria's in the dark room in the final end, the real end. And Jefferson just says, like, he got rid of Victoria because she was there as well and didn't need her anymore. So I think she might still be dead, and that might be because she believed the warning.
Maybe.
It's
I'd
hard
like
to tell.
I'd like to go back and see if I didn't warn her, would she have ended up there?
Yeah, because then she just hang out with Nathan, and I don't think Nathan was going to do it because he was like her only friend.
I don't know. She might have been around Nathan when he went to go kill Nathan, and then he also killed Victoria.
Maybe
because he had no trouble killing Chloe when it came down to it.
Yeah, it bums me out, man. I really wanted her to like at least survive.
I know she
and
actually
have some
wasn't
closure.
a bad person. She's kind of like Draco Malfoy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's got the same hair.
Yeah. Well, she does have the same hair. Where you know she. was a product of her upbringing. Like, she probably had very, very snooty parents, and, you know, I mean, they clothe her in, like, Prada and everything. And she's got to live up to this reputation and be the perfect queen bee. And maybe if she hadn't grown up that way, she wouldn't have been such a bitch at times.
I think there was a remark in the end of the world party where she just says, maybe if things were different, we would be friends.
Yeah, or at least not enemies anyway.
Yeah. Like,
Yeah.
I want to be friends, Victoria. Let's be friends.
Let's be friends.
But speaking of friends, you know what's a good friend?
Warren.
Warren. What a nice guy that nice guy is.
Nice guy.
Nice guy. I think he was very clearly depicted that way, and it was a very effective portrayal of it.
Yeah.
Did you say
him.
yes to the date?
You mean going ape?
Going ape.
Yes, I agreed to go ape with him as friends.
Okay, I did not. I said no because, you know, all this time travel stuff kind of takes up the schedule, and he asked again like 7 times after that.
Really?
Yeah, it just keeps coming up, and I was like, Jesus fuck, this is fucking accurate.
I don't know. I think in spite of the number of times I've run into, you know, that kind of dude, I still like to believe that they're not aiming for, you know, a relationship necessarily.
Sure, you
When
know,
they-
like he just really liked Max. There's nothing wrong with that. He just
No.
was very insistent when she's not interested.
Yeah, he didn't seem to take the hint very well.
But if you wish to, like, you can end up with him anyway.
You
Apparently,
can, yeah. You can kiss him
which is nice.
if
You're into that,
if you swing that way.
yeah. If you like straight guys,
Ew. No, there's nothing wrong with straight guys. It's just Chloe is clearly superior to all of them.
yeah, she's Ashley Birch, man.
Love Ashley Birch.
Yeah, she's been doing so well at voice things. But I think he and everyone else in this really speaks well to like every character, at least main set of characters, maybe not like Alyssa or Brooke or any of the side people, but the main people were all very real. For better or worse. Warren may have been an annoying nice guy type,
He had his good points.
but he had his reasons. He cared for Max, obviously. And David, Chloe's stepfather,
Yeah.
step douche, step dick, whatever you want to say, same thing. I feel like at the very end, David comes in to save you.
Yeah.
Because, you know, he's a renegade cop on the edge. I feel like that was too much of a too late turn. Oh, I'm a nice guy after all. I really love it. I really love my family. It's like, I knew that shit already. I only called you out because you were being a douchebag.
I don't know.
Do you think David deserved to be left by the family, basically? If he was.
It's hard because it's really hard to forgive him for hitting Chloe that time.
Yeah.
And
And surveilling his family and everything.
Yeah, I didn't even realize when I was hiding in the closet that coming out and defending Chloe was an option.
Yeah. That's what I did.
Yeah, I didn't know. I was just sort of sitting there and I was thinking like, oh God, what's going on? This
You
is so
smoking
awkward.
the reefer in here, kids? You getting that wacky tobacco?
So yeah,
I have a mustache.
and whenever
And
you
whenever...
can't trust anyone with a mustache. It's just how it is. But yeah, so when it came down to just a conversation with me and him later on, and he was saying, you know, all I really wanted to do was protect my family, I did get a sense that he really genuinely was.
Yeah, I always believed that.
Yeah, because I understand that he's got, you know, PTSD, all
Yeah.
that stuff from the war.
That was really appreciated. Every time I could, I was like, David, I respect your service as a soldier. I'm not minimizing anything, but that does not make what you do cool.
No.
And at the end there, he said the same sort of thing, like, I'm not going to use my service as an excuse for my behavior. And immediately was like, okay, you're good.
Yeah.
You're fine.
No, I think that it was just way too heated and way too close to it. I think that if
It doesn't exist in a vacuum. There were years on either side of these events.
And I mean, Chloe didn't make it easy, and neither did he. So yeah, it was never going to be an easy sort of family melding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was all real, you know? Every character feels real.
Yeah. I mean, what did you like him or did you hate him?
I don't know. I was like, clearly he's providing for the family and he loves Joyce very, very much. That doesn't excuse that he's a dick, but that doesn't also mean that he should immediately lose his family. It's not a zero-sum thing.
No.
You don't lose everything because you did one thing.
Yeah, I mean, family is essentially about, you know, who you love and who you can trust to protect you in a certain time.
And that's really like the core of Max and Chloe as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
They choose to be each other's family.
exactly. And fuck the bay. That town was dead anyway. All that shit about like, oh yeah, all the fish are drying up. We have no industry. You know, fuck it. I don't know why this super rich family is still here controlling this town when there's clearly nothing happening.
Yeah.
But don't worry about it. It's dead now. There's a tornado.
It's okay.
On the technical side of things, though, getting into technicalities, do you think there should have been more gameplay? Because I think they really cut the faff here. A lot of Walking Dead and Telltale stuff, you're just like, walk, 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 talk, occasionally dodge something. But in this, every piece of gameplay really seemed to be like necessary.
Yeah.
Especially in the last episode.
Definitely the last episode was really pared down in terms of what you could do. Like, there was no, oh, I'm just going to randomly look around this room to see what random objects I can look at.
Yeah, it was never like, the player hasn't had control in a while. Let's give them control for nothing.
Yeah. And I mean, generally, if you wanted to sort of look around, you'd find really interesting tidbits about characters, but you didn't have to, obviously. I don't know. I mean, I was happy with the amount of gameplay, but I wasn't expecting it to turn into something really...
Yeah, you know what you're getting into with a story game.
Yeah, because I don't think that given the controls that they had, that it would have worked out very well.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't easy to do like little precision movements and all that kind of stuff, because Max would sometimes, you know, just like go into a weird spot.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. There wasn't a lot to do. And I kept running into this. It was like, what do you say about the gameplay? You have these like essentially puzzle objectives where you have to time travel around and you take some photos for achievements or trophies, and that's pretty much it. Is there anything else you would have added to that?
I probably would have added more puzzles earlier, because there weren't very many in the early ones. There was a lot of just, you know, following through with the objectives and looking at stuff.
Yeah.
And it would have been nice to have a puzzle or two that I can think of.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, but really, I mean, it wasn't necessary. It was good. It was a good amount of gameplay.
It was good. There was always meat in every episode, I think. And I don't know what else there is to say, really. It was a great story. It finished. I've seen a lot of argument online already about people saying essentially the same thing as Mass Effect, that they thought all of their choices would lead to these multitude of endings.
Yeah.
But I think that's kind of incorrect. It was always about coming down to this one actual choice.
Yeah.
And you look at the choices in the, like, what choices did you make at the end of the episode? And the final episode is just A or B. Did you save Chloe or did you save the Bay?
Yeah.
Nothing else matters. That's what the whole thing was about.
Bay or Bay. Oh, that was terrible.
Yeah, Bay or Bay.
Yeah. Oh, it hurt me. It hurt me inside.
Did I say that?
No, it wasn't you. It was like, it's everywhere online. It's just like, Bay or Bay, which did you choose? And you're like, oh.
Bay, obviously.
I hate that this is a thing now. I hate that Bay is a thing.
Yeah, we're too old for that now.
I am too old for that.
But that was it, pretty much. It was good. It was good overall.
I enjoy.
Deep thoughts.
Do you want a second season?
I don't know where they could go with it. It's very determinant, I think, on Chloe living. Or is it determinant on Chloe dying?
Well, they said
if
that...
Chloe's alive, then it has to be the adventures of these two. But if she's dead, then it's Max with more time control. But clearly it's already taking a toll on her body. She's bleeding out the fucking nose for most of the game.
Yeah. They said that if they do make a second season, they probably use different characters. But you'd want to know, like, what happens in Arcadia Bay, I guess, depending on your...
Yeah, it's so determined. That is a big change at the end, is the thing. So what can you do, really? It depends so clearly on what you did in the last game.
Yes. Maybe that would give people the closure they're looking for.
Maybe.
In terms of, you know...
If it's a completely separate story somewhere different, then fine. You know, The Adventures of Victoria. Yeah.
Love Victoria.
Yeah.
That moment where I was playing as Victoria, I was just like, ah!
I can use your model, and you're using the same awkward walking animation as Max.
Yeah. Though if you run, she doesn't. She has her own special run.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What is it?
She puts her arms out a little further, and because she's skinny, it's really fun.
She's so tiny.
She's so tiny. Yeah, but I mean that was part of the nightmare sequence. I loved the nightmare sequence.
Yeah, that's right. We need to talk about that.
Oh my
That
God.
was way more messed up than I thought.
I was sitting on the couch just going.
oh, this is happening.
Like, what?
Did you notice that in the locker sequence, where you're dodging a lot of the other characters who all have flashlights, and it's an instant death if they catch you?
Yeah.
All of them were the men in Max's life.
Yeah. I don't understand, like, in terms of, like, say, she's taken some men who are obviously completely non-threatening, like Warren. Warren isn't threatening.
There's a certain thing there, like, he's always this oppressive substance in her life, the person you always just have to deal with.
I don't know, the principal's there too, being super duper creepy.
Yeah, like, just
Yeah.
like clearly the nightmare scenario.
Yeah, like every dude in your life is just a horrible, horrible person looking to get you.
And then you're in a little snow globe.
Yeah.
And
Did you
then-
check your text messages when you were in the snow globe?
Yeah, that was good.
They were
Pompidou
so...
sent you a text message.
Well, see, it wasn't just Pompidou's text message. It was the fact that, you know, like the first like the one that draws your attention to the fact that you can check your text messages
Is William.
is from William, which is Chloe's father.
Chloe's dead
and
dad.
it's basically saying, you know, hey, say hi to Joyce and Chloe for me. Don't forget to tell them that you killed me.
You let me die.
You let me die. And I'm like, I'm sitting in a snow globe in your living room. I don't even know.
Just so you remember, your fault.
Yeah.
All your fault.
Yeah, and like all the text messages are from everyone you know, like basically calling you the worst person in the world. And you're like, what? What timeline am I in that I'm this horrible?
I can't quite tell. I think it could have either been that was all in Max's head.
I think it was all
with
there.
all the shit that was happening with her time powers fucking up her brain and making her bleed. Or it could have just been time fracturing itself apart.
Yeah.
Or both. Doesn't really matter. It's up for interpretation. And it was
is.
really effective.
Yeah.
Either way.
Did you find Warren's locker in the locker sequence? I did.
Where, was that in the locker sequence
Yeah, it
with
was
the flashlights?
Yeah, it was in the locker sequence.
Okay.
Yeah, you had to sort of jump around Samuel, the creepy janitor, to like around to the corner, and yeah, you could find Warren's locker, and it's filled with like weird voodoo things to Max.
Oh.
It's creepy. It's very, very creepy.
He's a nice guy.
Yeah, but apparently in the backwards scene, there's a scene where
Oh yeah, you're back in the first scene in the first school hallway, and everyone's talking backwards.
yeah, and the music goes backwards, and all the text for the prompts is all backwards. If you look at something, you'll even speak backwards.
Yep.
That got to me. But Samuel speaks forwards.
Oh, does he?
Yeah.
Damn, I wish I'd noticed that. That'd be cool.
And the optional photo in that section is really fun as well, if you can find it.
Oh, which one was that?
You didn't get it.
No, I missed the last three, and it really bugged me.
No, I went back and I was like, I'm getting these photos.
Was that the Smoking Kills one?
Yes.
Where is it?
Oh, it's in the corner. You know, like when you're going to the bathroom, like to, like basically where Chloe's going to die. You look to the right and there's a skeleton in the corner. If you walk up to it, you get the notification that you have a new photo. And if you hit options, it syncs backwards. You take a photo and then put your camera away.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so it's basically taking a photo in reverse.
Oh, I like... Oh, yeah, huh?
Yeah, because it's all backwards.
That's really clever.
Yeah.
I'll have to go through again and get all these achievements I didn't get, because that's how I play games.
Yes.
And
got that all elusive platinum trophy. It was
I need it.
very
I need it
nice.
so badly. And that's the question. You've got the platinum then?
Yes.
Do you think you're going to play it again? Play Bad Max?
Yes, but I need to give it time. And I think that it would it wouldn't affect me emotionally as much playing as a Bad Max.
Yeah.
Because it wouldn't be the choices that I would make. And so I'd be sitting there just going, Max, you fucking jerk.
Yeah.
How could you say that to the love of your life? Oh, it hurt me so much. It hurt me so much when there's a part in the nightmare sequence where Max is strapped to a chair in her underwear. I don't know why her in her underwear, but you know, sure.
Bueller.
And then
Diane
Chloe
Arbus.
Be calm
makes out with
don't
him at the
freak
session
out.
of-
Everyone in Max's life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All of them
Images
shit
of
talking.
hopeless faces.
Yeah, like all
I feel
the
like
same
totally
thing.
haunted by the
Max
eyes of
is
those
an
sad
amazing
mothers and children.
You're
She saw humanity as torture.
What's going on?
Yeah, it's uncomfortable.
Nobody even cares?
Keep that to yourself. Seriously though, I could frame any one of you in a dark corner and capture you in a moment of desperation.
The same thing with Mass Effect, I think. In that Paragon and Renegade aren't good
Everybody's
anymore.
gone
They're
now.
Buy the book and a
Have I
Renegade.
Yeah,
totally
totally.
fucked up time?
And in the same way,
This
I was like,
doesn't
Max is
make
so
sense.
good and like righteous, like do the right thing no matter what the consequences are.
I don't think I could
And
stand.
this one, it would be like self-absorbed and holding grudges.
I don't think I could stand watching Kate die.
Yeah, I couldn't.
I think that would. I mean, could you even convince her not to die if you hadn't picked up her phone calls and been really nice to
No,
her?
you have to be a friend to her.
Yeah.
And if you don't like Kate, I didn't really like Kate, so
I
I'm
liked
really
Kate!
glad I looked at all her shit so I knew how to not make
Why
her die.
didn't you like Kate?
I don't know, she was fine.
Okay, so Kate is. I think she's really cute.
She was very nice.
She's very religious. She, you can tell that she's dealt with a lot of stuff. She's very quiet.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I don't want her to kill herself.
I don't want her to kill herself either. I was just like, yeah, okay, these people over here are more interesting. I'm gonna go talk to them.
That's one thing that I would have liked to see more of, like more of the characters' backstories. Obviously, they didn't have enough episode time to put that in there. But say I wanted to know more about, say, Dana's pregnancy scare.
Oh yeah, that's right.
You know, I want to know more about Victoria's parents.
Juliet was like investigating Blackwell for a
Yeah.
little bit, and then that just happened.
Yeah. And I want to know why the principal is a drunk.
He's a principal of an elite private school.
I
Do you know how many annoying parents you would have to deal with?
Probably a lot. Yes. Yes. Yeah.
So,
There's a lot more that I want to know about him.
I'll definitely play it again.
Yeah, you'll
I
play it
hope
again?
we get, if we do go back to Arcadia Bay, I would love to see more of these people.
Mm.
So we'll play it again. Really good game
Yes.
overall.
Yes.
I would absolutely recommend it.
Yes, as would I. The important thing is, I think, with the ending, is to remember that it's about the journey that Max goes on and her personal growth, and as a result, your personal growth, maybe.
Yeah.
If you see yourself reflected in Max. And instead of whether it came down to, oh, this person lives, this person dies, you know, such and such result from it.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
It's the story of Max and Chloe.
It's the story of Max and Chloe and their love.
You know what life is?
Stray.
No. Life is fucked up. Thanks for watching, everybody. Like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff.
Yes.
And we'll see you on Sticky Trigger.